Ladies, let's go out and get both fences off.
She doesn't care. Reagan doesn't care if it's wet. She just cares that it's wet.
So, it's raining today. And that's one of the things when you have a farm that no matter what the weather is, you gotta take care of the animals. They still deserve to be taken care of. So we'll get them let out real quick. We'll share that with you guys. And then we're actually gonna talk a little bit about our ducks. Pull it away. Go ahead and open her up. It's pouring rain. Get the chicks ready. Little breaks with Karina. The white one. That's fancy.
Reagan should clean it off this time. She cleaned it up all the other time.
So our hens are just starting to lay. So we've got the bantam, the little white eggs that we've been getting. So the bantams have been laying. We've only gotten one brown egg. So out of all the other birds, the Americanas, the Rhode Island Reds, we have something else I'm blanking on. We might have one Red Ranger. Anyways, they're not laying yet. Well, they're just starting. Just spreads it out for them. All right, can you help Ray get out? Real quick note. We always check now and double check that the fences are off. We've had a few times where, you know, kids are trying to be helpful and they think we're done and they'll turn a fence on and then I'll go to get back in, or one of the other kids will go to get back in and get zapped. Part of farm life, but we always are double checking now. Yes. Yeah. All right, get these birdies out. I hear you. So I wanted to do a little bit about our ducks. They're one of my favorite animals that we have on our farm. I don't know what makes them so appealing to me. I just really enjoy the ducks. This is one of our khaki Campbells. So this one's a male. You can see he's got the kind of really dark green head. I'll get close, see if you guys can see that. Woo. These guys are not used to being handled, so he's a little frustrated that I've got him. And his friends here are a little frustrated. But this is one of the males. One of the other ways to tell is if you look under my elbow here, this curled feather, that is indicative of a male duck. They have that little curled feathers on their tail. But these are a dual purpose duck. Hi, Goose. It's one of our protector gooses. He's making sure that I'm not doing anything I shouldn't. So the khaki Campbells are a dual purpose duck. So you raise them, the females will lay about 160 to 210 eggs a year, depending on how old they are. So the first 2 or so years that you have them, they'll be up in that 210 a year range, and it'll decline every few years. Ducks live a long time. They'll live, 10 or 15 years if you keep them that long. Khaki Campbells are known for having actually really delicious eggs. So we're gonna hopefully be partaking in some of those and selling some, but we're gonna try hatching some of the eggs. That's why we have some males, some females. Now we have 5 male khaki Campbells, and we only need 1. So sometime, we're planning maybe this weekend, but this weekend's kind of filled up with stuff to do. So we're probably next weekend going to butcher 4 of them and keep just 1 of the khaki Campbell males. In which case we'll have some roast duck, which we'll also show. But they're very, very fun ducks that have a lot of personality and character. I enjoy coming out and just sitting and watching them. They're so unique. They have a lot of fun character. They're very quirky, but they're good. They're good for raising for either meat or for eggs. So we have both those options. Obviously today's a good day for ducks. It's raining, it's wet, they love that. So I'm getting treated like a duck right now. I'm getting rained on, so are the girls. I got the girls out with me. Excuse me, we're gonna expand our flock, add more females, and then we are gonna have to end up culling 4 of our males. So I don't know which one we'll keep. This guy seems pretty docile and calm. 2 minutes earlier. Woo. They're all upset at me now because I picked up one of their friends. Those are the female khaki Campbells. They're kind of all tan and brown. And then we have 1 male and 1 female of the farm runner ducks. So we're gonna start breeding all of our ducks, but we don't wanna get the females beat up too badly. So we are going to cull 4 of those 5 males of the khaki Campbells. I didn't want to just go into being an overwhelming Wikipedia read through on khaki Campbells, but I just wanted to kind of touch on one of the main birds that is a part of our farm, why we like them and what our plan is for them. I would love to have about 15 laying khaki Campbells, so 15 females that are laying eggs, and probably 2 males is my total number. And then, hi, take our boots off. Take your boots off, Ray. Good. But if we could end up having about 3 dozen fertilized eggs and about 5, 6, 7 dozen unfertilized eggs a week, that would be our goal. So we're going to be selling the fertilized eggs. We're going to be hatching ducklings and selling those. So if anybody's interested, just know that probably next spring is when that's going to be consistently fulfilled. And then we're going to be selling duck eggs. And duck eggs, a lot of people say, are only good for baking. But a lot of people say that they're really good for eating. So we're going to try that path, both those paths, but we're gonna try eating duck eggs and see if we like those as much, better or worse than chicken eggs. So, do you mind turning that light on, sweetie? Did you wash your hands? So I wanted to talk for a minute. On our last video, we had gotten some really good feedback from the seller's realtor about they were going to take care of certain things. It was not in writing, it wasn't official, but they were saying this quote's reasonable, and they were getting a second opinion on a roof quote. So the crawl space needs a lot of work. to just get moisture out, to get a working sump pump in. There's areas in the foundation that leak, so water's getting in. It's very apparent, you can see that. So these are really important things for a house. There's a ton of moisture that was built up in the insulation. So that's all falling down and causing just a big mess. So that's really almost like an emergent thing that needs to be taken care of. And then the roof is like bad. Like, it is patched to high heaven. It is full of patches. All the tabs off the shingles are breaking. I mean, it's got probably less than a year before it's kaput. So we were asking for that as well. I mean, it's like, it should have been replaced years and years ago, but like, we're talking like within the next year, it'll be so many leaks. It'll be like, you know, the movie The Burbs. Great movie, by the way. One of the things Brittany tells me is I talk too fast when I do my videos, so I'm trying to slow my talking down. Plus, it helps me when I edit if I actually have gaps in between what I say. We heard back officially today. They got back to us and they basically said we'll do some outlets that they changed that need to be the GFCI, I think is what you call them, where they've got like the little breaker built into the outlet itself. They said they'd make sure the water's running to the exterior faucets of the house. And really that was it. There was a few other really miscellaneous things like cleaning this or cleaning that off, which weren't really what we asked. So that was really disappointing. Apparently they have a lawyer who's a part of the sale, so obviously he's trying to help them get as much money as they can for what they're doing, but it's frustrating because they seemed amiable to it, and apparently this lawyer was like, no, you don't need to take care of the roof. That's on the new buyers. That's their responsibility, which, you know, it can be, it shouldn't be. If you're selling something and it's not as is, you know, it needs to be in a livable condition. And unfortunately, these are two things, those two, the roof and the crawl space, are two very big, very expensive items that if they aren't good, can completely ruin a house. Maybe it's not immediately ruining it like this moment, but if you don't have a replaced roof, a year from now you could get up in your attic and find that there's all sorts of water damage and mold and other stuff, and you could be thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars to get some of that replaced. So we sent back a counter offer. Since they're not going to actually take care of those items, we said, well, we need you to give us a credit. So we'll buy the house for the price agreed on, but you, for those two items, will literally write a check out of the profits of the house, and it will go to having those replaced ASAP. So that was what we countered with. We'll know tomorrow whether or not. Right now, we're just trusting God. If this is the house that He wants for us, He will provide. We're not trying to be stingy with what we're doing, but we're way up at the top of our budget anyways, and then we're going to have a very large renovation going on for a month and a half to 2 months. Like a major renovation. Everything's getting touched in the house. Again, we said all that in the last video. But it's just, it's one of those things. It was really discouraging to hear and find that out yesterday, get the official paperwork today, and then, so now we're countering, and it's just in God's hands. We're just completely relying on Him. If this is the house for us, He'll soften their hearts, and they'll meet us in the middle. They'll meet us, you know, I mean, we're not asking for a lot for as much as that house needs, and they know that. So yeah, I don't want this to be a somber video. I want it to be a happy video, but that's kind of where we're at. So we'll hear tomorrow. We'll definitely keep you guys apprised. Obviously, if it's good news, we'll probably right away on Instagram say something, so make sure you're on our Instagram and our Facebook. That's where we tend to do a lot of stuff. So it's Hashley Family. Oh, I'm sorry. Hashley Family is my wife. HashleyFarms on Instagram and HashleyFarms on Facebook. Go ahead and find those pages. Join in. You can see our videos on Facebook now, and we do a lot of updates on Instagram that also get posted to Facebook. So those are really good platforms to see and keep up with the Hashley Farm. Like this video. One of the best things, and we can tell a difference. We've had people who said, hey, I shared your video, and we notice in those videos that there's 10, 15, 20% more views when we hear from somebody saying like, hey, I liked your video or I shared your video. that helps us out a lot. So if you want to do anything, sharing this video is great. Also, like and subscribe on YouTube. Hit that bell notification, that way when we do send a new video down the pipe that you get notified right away, so you can be one of the first to watch it. And we did not forget about the rooster naming competition. We're going to do something this weekend, I hope, even though it's raining. We will, I'm trying to think. I think Brittany was wanting to do like a Facebook Live, and then we'll kind of poll the 2 or so names that we like the most. We'll share them with our kids, get their opinions of what they think, and then do kind of a poll, and then we'll probably post that on Instagram as well. And then, then we'll have our first rooster named. So, appreciate it. You guys have a great day. Thank you so much for watching this video.